This is Pokalainui, and you are listening to Hawaiian Potpourri on radio station KWAI 1080 on your AM dial. Today is the 6th day of October, so if you are viewing this program on YouTube, then it's been pre-recorded if it's not the 6th day of October, and it won't be. It takes me about a week before I am able to place these programs on YouTube in the event you or anyone else would like to review some of the matters that we have been talking about. We are produced by the Hawaiian National Broadcast Corporation. The opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of the staff and management of this radio station or of the Hawaiian National Broadcast Corporation. Telephone calls are accepted at this time. Our telephone number here is 524-1080 in the event you would like to call. And I see that we already have two callers on the line, so let's go to each one of the callers in the order that they appear to be coming in. Aloha caller, welcome to the program. Hello caller, go ahead. Okay, I'm having some feedback, but I'm not able to hear you. I don't know if it's because of some problems here. I certainly hope not. Okay, caller, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask that you stay on the line. I'll put you on hold and go to our next caller. All right, and here we go to our next caller. Okay, that's the next caller. Hello, caller, are you there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yes. Hear me? Yes, I hear you fine.
Oh, yeah, can hear you. I just wanted to bring up something. I attended the Tom Burke meeting at the Eva Library, and it was about the bus route cuts, they had.
Yes.
And he was passing out these pamphlets, these large pamphlets, and surprisingly, Tom Burke, he kind of created this certificate honoring Paulette Kaleikini. You know who's Paulette Kaleikini? Huh?
I think she was a plaintiff to stop the rail.
Yeah. And I was surprised, and I have the certificate right here. He made plenty of copies. Council of the City and County of Honolulu, certificate honoring Paulette Kahihi'olani Kaleikini. Okay. And of course, you have the signatures of all the council people, at the bottom with the ribbon.
Yes.
But two council people, and I'm disappointed that Breen Harimoto and Stanley Chang didn't sign the certificate. So,
are you surprised that Breen?
My councilman.
I'm sorry. Are you surprised that Breen did not sign?
Yeah.
Oh, you are surprised.
Well, I know why he didn't sign it.
He probably was too afraid to come close to Tom Burke.
I don't know, but I do see him sit right next to Tom Burke. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, that he didn't sign
the certificate, and I know it's about the rail, so but it was usually most certificate is signed by all the council people. Yeah.
Yes, and who was the other councilman who did not sign?
Stanley Chang.
Stanley Chang.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all the rest, it says Tom Burke is the introducer. He has his signature. And then got Ernest Martin. He's the chair of the
council.
Well, I don't know what the committee he's.
No, he's chair of the council itself.
Yeah, the council, I guess, yeah. And he got all the rest, Anderson, Kobayashi, Garcia, and who's the, Roma Kachola. But there's two blanks, and that's Breen Harimoto and Stanley Chang. So I'm just disappointed. He's all out, Breen is all out for rail, and whoever's against him, he's...
Well, what did the certificate say, though? Was it for or against rail, or the fact that this woman tenaciously went after the enforcement of laws?
No, it's a certificate honoring Paulette Kaleikini. It's a very large...
Yeah?
It's
but like, honoring her for what?
Well, it says something like... Paulette Kaleikini is a native Hawaiian who engages in traditional and customary practices, including the protection of native Hawaiian burial remains. At a recent public demonstration of rail construction outside of Honolulu City Hall, among the signs held up was it didn't take World War III to stop rail. Just a Hawaiian lady from Nanakuli. That's just one paragraph, but there's so much in the certificate.
Yeah.
That's really, I guess, to honor Paulette.
I see.
So,
okay.
Yeah. So it's what I'm actually looking at when there's the next regular meeting for the city council. When they start presenting the certificate, I'm kind of wondering if Breen Harimoto and Stanley Chang is going to be present there. Is he going to plant a kiss on Paulette? Because all the people who receive certificate, they are congratulated from all the.
Yeah, they all line up and they get
line up, right?
shake hands.
I'm wondering if Breen and Stanley Chang are going to be present, or they're going to make an excuse. Oh, I got to go to the restroom or something. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. So
okay,
yeah,
we'll see what happens
for
there.
The regular meeting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm surprised that for one thing, Thunberg, out of his kind heart, making a certificate for Paulette. But of course, Thunberg is against the rails.
Yeah.
But there's a large article on the certificate, and it's going to be read. Oh, it looks like. The words are very small and looks like it could be, if you look at a regular it looks like a 2-page type article. And,
Okay, we'll wait for that. When is that event going to occur?
Well, the regular meeting usually starts at the first week, I believe, of the month, yeah. So it's going to be, I guess, November. November... Is it the first Wednesday or I think it's the first Wednesday.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll be keeping an eye on that.
For that.
You going to be there?
Well, I'm going to be watching it on TV. Maybe or tape.
That's right. It's recorded or it's videotaped, yeah?
Yeah, videotaped.
Programs.
I don't know if you can catch it online, but...
Yeah. Okay, we'll see.
Yeah, so I don't know. It was he had held a town meeting and he was expecting Wayne Yoshioka to be there, but he didn't come. I don't know his situation. He did say, a long time ago and today he still says that he's a bus rider. So I don't know if he has trouble catching a bus. And I do notice that every time he attends a neighborhood board, he's always with somebody. So I don't know if that somebody is always driving him. One time I saw him at the Everett's neighborhood board with Tom Heydrich.
Yeah, I tell you what, we have 2 more callers on the line, so I don't want to take too much time on this.
Okay.
But thank you very much for calling and for updating us on this very curious event. Take care. Aloha. And we go to our next caller. Aloha caller. Thank you for waiting.
Yes, Poca.
Yes, hi.
Before you go on into another subject, I'd like to refer again to what you were talking about previous to the last caller about your desire to change the present way of being from Dai to Ola. Well, I think I wasn't going to send this to you, but you just walked into it.
So I'm to blame.
I was reading an article, and I won't go into the details of that because it can be spine-chilling, but here's a new one from the government. If you are deemed to have a philosophy that is inspirationally significant, you can be deemed an enemy of the state. Now, I don't want to make any more comments. And if you need the source, I believe I could find it for you because that's such an outstanding phrase that I'm sure somebody has kept track of it, that I could probably send you the source of the article that I was reading. But I didn't think I'd save it because I didn't think I'd bother you with such a thing. Well, that's my contribution for today.
Okay, let me say that the articles that you do send me, I read them, and I am very thankful for your mindfulness that I might be interested in many of them. So thank you very much.
Good, Poca. Thank you very much.
Take care.
Bye.
Aloha. And our telephone number is 524-1080. Let's go to our next caller. Aloha caller. Oops. Okay, let's see what's going on with this telephone line. Okay, here we go. Caller, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you fine.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, what happened? You using a different phone?
No, the same phone.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was watching First Friday last night with had my classmate Manu Kayama
Okay.
and
Yes.
Mililani and Rowena Akana, the Mililani Trask. Yeah. And it's all I learned a lot of. It's some inside stuff,
Yeah.
because I'm otherwise not hooked up to know these things. But Mililani wants to see Kaleikini. I was surprised when I saw that he was running for Aroha,
Yeah.
and she spoke very favorably of him, and Rowena agreed with her. Mililani said that she's only known him for a year and a half, but she can understand why he has spent his career as an educator, because he has real skill at bringing people together and helping them to kokua, and to work together. And I guess she doesn't see this with Honani Apoleona. Said Honani tu shirota song alulike, and when you look at the words, what the message is, I guess in Mililani's mind at least, there's a discrepancy here, as a deficit. I mean,
Okay. Yeah.
there's not
There's not the action behind the words or the creed.
yeah, it's not lived up to, I guess.
Yeah.
She gave some examples where, and maybe you know more about it than me. She said that Mililani could recall one time when the kupuna from Hawaii, Moku Okeawe, came and were turned down for some kind of health program, I suppose. Do you know anything about this?
No, I don't.
Oh, no?
And what happened? The woman or the elder was
Well, they
kept out
they
of the
repeated
room?
what Haunani, I guess, said to these kupuna. You think that I'm going to feel sorry for you? I think it said you think I'm going to feel sorry for you? You think I'm going to give you this program?
Out of pity or something like that.
Well, see, here's the thing. They didn't elaborate and explain to the viewers what they were referring to. It would help at times. I think, sometimes they get too cozy, and it's like jumping in on a private conversation, because they don't explain things that they refer to, yeah?
What do you mean, on the TV show?
Yeah, on First Friday.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
when they refer to the situation with the kupuna from Moku Okeawe, and
Yeah, they don't give the background.
so you don't know.
Well, even if they should relate that, I would still be very careful. Haunani is not known as the most accurate or most, how should I say it, dispassionate reporter.
Mililani, you mean?
Yes, I'm sorry, Mililani. And she has not been known as the best, what is that, working together or togetherness person. Let me put it like that.
Right.
Nor has Rowena Akana, even when she herself was chairperson of the board.
Yeah.
So when you have two people with what appears to be political agendas, talking about someone else, I'm not saying it's false or true. I'm just saying that I would be very careful. Just given that scenario and given the history, especially of Mililani. So that's how I would take it. Now, I know all of them personally. I've worked with Haunani, I've worked with or have been on the other side of Mililani, and I have also had some experience with Rowena. And that's why I say, and even if without that experience, I would always be careful of these representations. Now, Cal Lee, I don't know. And he has not really established himself in the Hawaiian community. He is known, at least to me, as a football coach. And, of course, he has done a good job in coaching at a private school previously, and I think now he is probably volunteering with a public school. But that in and of itself...
Which is where he started, actually. Not started, but he did spend a number of years with Kaiser.
Yeah.
And took them to, the same thing. They went to the, and won.
Yeah. So there's no question about his talent as a football coach, and he has proven that. But in terms of Hawaiian policy, public policy,
we'll see.
We'll
see. I wonder about that too.
Yeah.
When Rowena agreed, she said that she doesn't know him either. I gather from what she said, but she has spoken to moms of young men who played for him.
Yeah.
And the mothers told him that that they thought he was an inspiration to their boys. And really was an effective communicator and leader for them.
Yeah. I
challenge them.
I hope so. Then does that mean that what's the Chow up at the university?
He got them to work together as and they did. They did incredible things. To win everything 14 years in a row. 55, 4 consecutive years, just looking like
we
machine
can
out there.
We can all join
getting the
in.
people to come together and just give it your all. And
but for me that doesn't equate not a bit to qualification for the Office of Hawaiian Affairs. What is his policy on the Office of Hawaiian Affairs? What is his policy with regards to...
I wonder about that.
All
when
of
I
these
see
things.
this, I thought, gee, what is his... What is he thinking? Why is he running for this? Number one, what is the... what is the draw here? What is he have in mind to do? Has he been watching the board for a time now? One would think when you look at what he's been doing, here's the thing too. The last staff that he worked on, some coaches didn't have to spend as much time recruiting players as others, so maybe he had the time to be an observer of what was happening. But I don't know, and like I said, I really wonder about why the desire to run for OHA of all things. Because when you think of Cal Lee, you don't think of him as a Lahui Hawaii.
And he's never participated, as far as I have seen, in any of the discussions, in any of the positions and all that stuff.
Right.
Like Walter Riddy is also running in the same race. Now Walter is
at large.
At large.
Yeah.
And so very clearly, you know what Walter stands for. Either you agree or disagree. Very clearly, you know what Haunani stands for. Either agree or disagree.
Right.
So
they said Haunani didn't do. Well, it's the impression anyway that I got was that when before the announcement of the Papahanau Mokuakea Pu'uhonua was made, and while they were, I guess, developing the thing, and what the parameters were and what they were going to do with that. Mililani said, we did not object. They just wanted consultation and some rights for gathering and religion. But he said, no, that was not done. So she was unhappy with that. I guess Haunani either didn't go along with that thinking or didn't do enough to make that happen. Do you know anything about that?
No, I don't know very much about it. I haven't spoken directly with Haunani, or with Mililani, or with many others. I've read some of the reports, and there is a concern about our ceded lands assets and the feds simply coming in and imposing and bringing a lot of money in. So there's people not only within the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, but also the national, not the aeronautic ocean administration. There's another group, and I was just talking with someone 2 days ago about it. So there is some concerns about what about our ceded lands assets, and the fish that swims in these waters, are they part of the ceded lands assets, or are they still native Hawaiian assets? What are they? Undetermined. But my greater concern is when I hear the reports from a person who has other agendas to be speaking against a person, but trying to divert the attention just to one or another issue. I have some concerns. I'll listen, but I'm not going to bite the bait.
Yeah.
Let me put it that way.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and of course, I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm interrupting you. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I was just going to say that I suppose the best you can do is read Kawai Ola Oha. Yeah, so you can see what the different people are thinking.
Yeah.
They each have, you used to too, right? Each one usually writes
Yeah. And I've seen Haunani over a long period of time at the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, having chaired the trustee for probably the longest period of time. I don't know if Clayton He was a longer period of time. And I disagreed with some of her positions, and I've agreed with some. If we were to cherry pick one position or another position and raise a whole campaign without seeing the total body of work that the individual has done, I think is a mistake, right. Especially when they are recommending someone else who we don't know anything about. So I would have some...
In that capacity, yeah. Right. Well, Walter, they also mentioned that...
before you continue, I got to run off.
Okay.
Call back.
Okay.
I enjoyed this discussion. Okay, take care. Aloha. And this is Poka Lai Nui, and you are listening to KWAI 1080 on your AM dial.
Kaulana na pua o Hawaii, hope o ka aina, iki mai ka elele o ka loko ino, pala pala anunu me ka paka. Pane mai Hawaii moku o ke ave, koku ana honoa o Pilani, ka ko'o mai kaua I o mano, pa'apu me ke oni o ka kuhi hewa. Aolea e kau I ka pulima, maluna o ka pepa o ka enemi, po o hui ai nā ku ai hewa, I ka pono sivila a o ke kana